Hello, everyone. My name is Juanita. For some of you that do not know, just coming to you because recently I made the decision that I'm gonna, go ahead and try to have a baby. Um, I am pushing 40, and I really had to come to terms with a lot of things, mainly about my childhood and what I went through, and how being a mother traumatized me. And I think I just struggle with whether or not I struggle with knowing whether or not um, it was a normal feeling because I haven't been able to like quite talk about this with anyone. I did speak to my husband about it, and he was very understanding. Um, so just to backtrack, I've been on birth control for quite a few years, to the point where it was time to take out what I had and either get on another birth control or no birth control, meaning I'm gonna have a baby. Well, God willing. So I finally decided I'm just gonna move forward and go for it, But with doing that, I had to realize like, what is it about my childhood that scares me? Like, I've used the excuse of I don't want to get fat, kids ruin everything, I don't want any problems, I don't want to be a single mother, I don't. If you name it, I probably said it. Said it to the point where people probably thought I was just, conceited and self-centered. Just, those things mean the same, but I've been called quite a few things, which is fine. But like I said, I recently had to really sit down and figure out what it is about being a mother that scared me. And I really just started to go in my memory bank and dig and dig and dig. And I just thought of all the people in my life as a child. My mother, 4 kids, no man. My grandmother, 5 kids, no man. My mom's best friend, 2 kids, no man. My mom's favorite cousins, 2 kids, no man. Next door neighbors. I mean, and the list goes on. And for the women that did have a man present, they had a piece of a man present, if you know what I mean. Like, whether he was on drugs or he was drinking or just not coming home in general, it was just left primarily up to the woman. So, and I think that scared me because I don't want to be like my mother. I want to be better than my mother. My mother was nothing towards her. She was the best mom. She knew how to be. But I am my mother's child. I carry her ways as much as I try to change them. There's some things that creep out of me, and yeah, that's your mother. I have a close family member took after my mother. Everything, down to everything except the drugs. So with that being said, it's like, well, what do I do? I accept it, I embrace it, not saying that that's going to be my story, but those stories have scared me for all these years. And I'm coming to terms with it, but I just really want to know, like, is this normal? Is this something that a lot of women go through? Because it's something that I'm really struggling with. I'm fearful. I don't have the help that I think I need, but I know that when that time comes, everything will be provided. It, that's just how it's gonna work. I know I'm not gonna want for anything, but it just scares me. I want to be a good mom. I want to be everything that my mother was not. I have a great husband. He's going to be a great father. He already is a great father to his 2 boys. But just the idea of having children, a baby, just, it freaks me out. Um, and I don't know. I just want to put something out there to see what kind of feedback I can get from this. And these are my thoughts. These are my feelings. This is how I feel. This is what I'm dealing with, and I'm just trying to be a better me, trying to get some understanding, so I could just get a hold of this thing called motherhood. And even with that being said, because I'm pushing 40 now, I'm like nervous because I don't want to overthink it. I don't want to get my hopes up too high and then nothing happens. So it's just like, it's a lot of moving parts all at once, because now it's like, well, what if I can't have a baby? I wasted all these years because of the fears that I had because of other people. I may have ruined my chances. There's just a lot going on, and I'm just trying to make it right, and I'm just not sure how. If you could give me any kind of insight, it would be great. But I do have my whole birth thing. I want to do a natural birth. I want to do a water birth. I want a midwife or a doula. That's my plan. But they say if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans, right? So I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be scared about this anymore. I just want to move forward. I could really use a Mima. I think if I had like a good grandmother, my dear, if I had that comfort, I think that'll be great, because it's nothing like your mother's love. It's definitely nothing like your grandmother's love. And I think that's probably one of the things. I don't have a relationship with my mother. I'm not gonna say it's my fault, but I guess I'll say it's my fault. She has issues she needs to work through. I've worked through mine, but I also know that I can't be around people that are draining and wearing on my soul. But I could tell you, every woman needs a mother. Every woman does. Even if you don't know your mother, you need a mother, because there are things in life that these streets can't teach you, and sometimes you just need your mother to hug you and say, it's gonna be all right. And like I said, I'm pushing 40 and I still feel that way. I even feel like, when I do meet older women that have a nurturing soul, I feel attracted to them, not in that way, but just in a, can you be my mom? Can you just call me and ask me how I'm doing? Can you just hug me? Can you just check on me? Just pat me on my back and say, baby girl, everything's gonna be okay. Because I think it's hard without your mother. Like even the issues that I'm having now with, am I gonna be a great mother? Am I gonna get over this traumatizing state of mind? I need that. Like, I would be so excited if my mom called me and just said, how you doing? Because I think about her daily. I mean, that's my mother. I am her. I look like her. At least I've been told. But yeah, I just wanted to put this out there to see if I could get a little bit, of feedback. Sorry, I just ate at Guy Fieri's. I ate this massive burger and it was amazing. Garlic fries. Sorry. I'm just looking for a little bit of insight. And I'm truly scared. I'm so scared. I've told my husband this, and I don't know if he knows how scared I am. because I think he looks at me like, you're strong, you're gonna be fine, and I know I'm strong and I'm gonna be fine, but that scariness and that emptiness that's inside of you, I hope I get through it. I'm sure I will. Um, I don't know. I think one of my biggest excuses that I used was that, like, I was around a lot of kids at a young age because I always had to babysit. When my brother was days old, my mother left me with him because she wanted to go out with her friends. I could remember my mother's friend had a baby, and she dropped that baby off with me. That baby was also days old. So here I am, 7 and 8, babysitting newborns. On top of that, I had other siblings that I had to babysit. So, I'm making bottles, I'm changing diapers, I'm cleaning, not necessarily cooking at that age, but, washing clothes by hand. I just did a lot at a young age. So it's just like, being stuck with children, I think it freaks me out. I've never really babysat anybody's kids. And if I did, listen, if you say you're going to be back here at 10, be back here at 10, not 12, not 1 a.m., but you need to be back here at 10 p.m. to get your kids. This is a weird thing. Kids do gravitate towards me, and sometimes I would shy away from it. And then now I'm noticing that I'm embracing it more, because I kind of want to see the connection. I kind of want to see the me in them. I want to see my husband in them. So I'm finding myself more, attracted to babies. I want to pick them up and play with them, feed them, I'm just trying to step into this thing, and I'm trying to step into this thing with the right mind. I actually watched something with my husband, and I think we watched Housewives of Atlanta, and I think Kenya Moore might have been crying about her husband and just carrying on. And my husband says, no, yeah, Kenya was crying, and then Portia was crying, and then my husband said, wow. He said, I wonder at what stage does that postpartum set in? And I said, you know what? I don't know. I said, is it something that, all women have in them already? Now, listen, I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything about that. I didn't Google it. I'm probably going to Google it after this because it's fresh in my mind. But I said, as women, we always have a million things going on in our head as it is. So I can only imagine, the thoughts that are going in and out, because now you have work, personal life, family, your child, your businesses, your bills, your friends. You have all these things happening at once, and everything does not always happen smoothly. I could just only imagine what's going on in a woman's mind once they have a baby. Throw me in the mix of that, like I said, with me dealing with my traumatizing childhood. I work, paying bills, I'm married, I have a small business that I run outside of my current job. I have a dog. I have a husband. My husband has 2 boys. It's not easy, I get up at 6 a.m. and I don't lay down until 10:30, 11 p.m. So in between there, I have gotten people up in the morning. I've made breakfast. Sometimes I've cooked dinner. In the morning, I wash clothes. I'm sweeping floors. I'm vacuuming. I'm walking the dog. I'm making sure everybody gets on the school bus. Everybody has a lunch except myself, because I never make a lunch. But that's gonna change too. I'm doing all of this, and then once I get to work, I'm still doctor's appointments, having to leave work early to make appointments, go running back to work, you know, um, making sure my husband is straight. With his line of work, he's in the bed fairly early, and he's probably only getting about 4.5, 5 hours of sleep, which is not good. But that's something that we struggle with, and that's why my schedule is the way that it is, because I can actually sleep longer than he can. But you know, my mind is racing 24/7. Did I pay that bill? This bill is due. This have to do this student loan. This that. You know, trying to make sure I balance everything out, because you know how men are. They might be able to do one or two things, but other than that, it's just like, oh, I forgot, or I don't know, what do you want me to do? So I can only imagine at what point, you know, postpartum sets in, because I think being a mother is a scary thing. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think God's most beautiful angel, his best angel, is a woman, because through a woman, life is born. I just think it's a beautiful thing, but I also think it's a scary thing, because I think if you don't deal with whatever issues you have, you're not going to be you're not going to be a good parent. You're not going to be suited to be a parent. And that's why I really want to mentally deal with my thought process of my childhood, and what I went through. It's scary. I know I'm not going to treat my child the way my mother treated me. I do know that. In my soul, I know that, but I just think I just can't shake the scary feeling. Like, I'm going to try tomorrow to wake up and just say, you know what, Juanita, I want to push this out of your brain. We're not even going to think about this anymore. You're going to be great. I'm going to try that. And don't think I'm being negative. I don't want people to bash me, because I'm not. I just have to be a realist. And I think realists, they have to deal with the real issue at hand. And the real issue at hand is that I had a traumatizing childhood. You know, I could laugh at a lot of it now, but I wasn't laughing as a kid. I was crying. I cried a lot, and I couldn't wait to get out of my mother's house. And as soon as I turned 18, I was out of my mother's house, and I never looked back, ever. So, I know I said a lot, and I was all over the place. Bear with me. I'm not too crafty when it comes to this thing just yet. I'm still learning. But please comment, subscribe if you feel like it. It'll be great though. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know, you know, if you've experienced the same thing that I'm experiencing. I think anything will be of help, words of encouragement, not just for me, just for other women, because I've never heard a woman say some of the things that I've just said, which that was probably like my breakthrough, when I actually sat down and those words just came out of my mouth. It was almost like it was a breath of fresh air. I damn near cried, because I couldn't believe that it took all these years for me to put the piece together, for me to finally see, like, hey, this is your issue. None of that other bull matters. This is your issue, and this is what you need to deal with. And that's what I'm trying to deal with right now. So I think that my thoughts right now in this video would be a great help to some other women, because I can't be the only one with this on my brain. I'm probably the only one that doesn't have someone to talk to about it. But I have you guys. So again, please comment, subscribe, let me know your thoughts. Let me know, give me some suggestions. I'm open. I'm an open book. Let me know if you want any more feedback, if you want to know how I'm doing. Stay tuned. Thank you. Bye.